Hi guys, just recording a quick video on a little theory I have. The theory is that Gohan will surpass Goku and Vegeta in the Tournament of Power. And I'll discuss a little bit of the way I think this will play out more or less. So, first of all, I would like to compare similarities between what's going on right now in the Tournament of Power and the Cell arc. In several ways, these two sagas are kind of building up in similar fashions. So, well, let's go back to Dragon Ball Z before the Cell fight with Goku and Gohan when they're training in the Room of Spirit and Time and all that. When you were originally watching this series, you don't really get the impression that Gohan will be the one to save the day. Um, I mean, it was they did a very good job at kind of covering it up and not making it obvious like what was going on, what Goku was thinking about in the time leading up to the Tournament of Power when they had the week off and they're just relaxing and Goku just doesn't even really seem to care. And it's not until Goku tells Gohan that he will be fighting Cell and then they finally relate to the audience that Gohan actually may be stronger than Goku because Gohan, Goku told Gohan that he was going 100% power, and Gohan didn't believe him because Gohan could follow their movements and all that, and he was just comparing Goku's power to his own. At that point, then it kind of started to sink in that oh, maybe Gohan's the one who's gonna take this one down instead of Goku for a change. But, anyways, it's kind of I'm thinking it could very well play out the same way here. So Gohan, he's just been kind of hanging around the Tournament of Power. He's had a couple moments of shine here and there, but not a whole lot. I mean, the fight with the Namekians, yeah, he kind of stood out a bit. Helped Piccolo not tank that one attack and all that fun stuff. But, you know, besides that, he's just been kind of in the background. No one's really been paying attention to him. And they've just been kind of building up Goku so far. And, you know, some hype's going around for Vegeta since he's going to be battling Jiren in the upcoming episode. But I think they're kind of purposefully just ignoring Gohan at this point. The whole Vegeta and Goku thing, especially Goku with his Ultra Instinct, just kind of seems to be a distraction to make it more of a surprise when Gohan actually comes and takes the reins here. So let me lay down this a bit. So going back to Dragon Ball Z, it's almost like Gohan has an Ultra instinct, if you know what I mean. We can call it an Ultra Instinct gene. So my first example of this would be his fight with Raditz. Well, it wasn't really a fight, but yeah, that one part Gohan raged out. He went from a power level of 1 because he was just a 4-year-old child untrained in martial arts with a power level of 1. He got very angry, went to a power level of 1307, over 1300 times increase in power. That's just absurd. Like, that kind of jump in power back then is ridiculous before we start getting into the god tier stuff in Dragon Ball Super. Although this one is very high. This one's a little bit of an outlier. But moving on. So after the fight with Raditz, when Piccolo first took Gohan, he wanted to show Gohan his latent power here. So he threw him at this little mountain here. And Gohan just instinctively powered up and just blew the thing away just to protect himself. So, a thing with the Tournament of Power we've seen is with Goku going Ultra Instinct, we kind of implied that he only had the defensive part of it down, and yeah, he couldn't. He hadn't gotten the attack portion down because Goku's he's just a more defensive guy. That's kind of how he is. He's a martial artist, you know. He kind of has that mentality of you only attack when you need to, like attack to neutralize your opponent. But you know, he's more of a defend first kind of guy. I'm predicting Vegeta will get Ultra Instinct in the next couple of episodes. I seem to be the minority in that camp. I put a video up yesterday kind of detailing why I think that'll be the case. And Vegeta is more of the attack first, ask questions later type guy, so I would not be surprised if he unlocked the attack portion of Ultra Instinct. Gohan, here with Raditz, this is this is like just instinctual attack to save the day type deal. So you could argue this is like a primitive form of attack Ultra Instinct. This would be a defensive form of Ultra Instinct, even though there kind of was an attack involved, but it was a defensive attack just to save his skin. Then this isn't really attack or defense related, but more of just having the Ultra Instinct gene type discussion. Gohan had his tail removed by Piccolo when they were waiting for the Saiyans to arrive on Earth. Because Gohan transformed and all that, and you know his tail could be used as a liability. So he removed his tail. His tail was gone ever since Piccolo removed it while they're fighting Vegeta and Nappa, and then like just at the last moment when they're out of options, his tail just grows back when Vegeta has that little fake moon he made like out displaying. This you could argue that this is Gohan's body realizing the only way they have a chance is for Gohan to go into his grade 8 form. It's just a gene. Like his body just understands like, oh, I'm screwed. Like we're all screwed. I need my tail back so I have a fighting chance here. So that's my argument with that. Then here's another thing. The Frieza Saga, Gohan. We'll look up his power. I'm just going to do some ballpark estimations here. So, okay, so this is after Gohan has potential unlocked. So fighting Raccoon, he had a power level of about 14,000. That's the number we're given here. So he was critically injured by Raccoon, so you can argue he got a Zenkai there. Although it's a bit unclear in the series. Like if and how much Zenkais affect human Saiyan hybrids, but we'll just say for argument's sake he got a Zenkai. Zenkais got really funky in the Namek saga, as a lot of people have pointed out. But we'll just we'll say his power level after his Zenkai here is probably around 20,000. You know, we'll just say that just for argument's sake. So when Gohan fought second form Frieza after Piccolo was getting blown out by him, he managed to land quite a few punches and blast him with a Masenko. And second form Frieza's power level is over 1 million. So if he is like putting up a semi-decent fight against second form Frieza, we're talking about going from around a 20,000 power level, possibly just around, I'm just going to say around 1 million. He was putting up a good fight. Frieza didn't take a whole lot of damage from Gohan's onslaught, but I think for argument's sake, just saying Gohan jumped to about a power level of 1 million isn't too far of a stretch. So we're talking about like a 50 times boost here. I mean, that's Super Saiyan type boost. So he goes from 20,000 to 1 million, 50 times boost. again, unheard of at this point in the series. It's not until we get in the Super Saiyan stuff that we start getting the 50 times multipliers and things like that. Um, I mean, just like they've kind of said throughout the series, Gohan's potential is just unmatched. They've mentioned this in Z, they've mentioned this in Super. Like, he has the most potential. The problem with Gohan is he's not always training and using it because he's a scholar, obviously, but, you know, that's another story. And then I just have this picture up too. Could argue this is some kind of form of Ultra Instinct. He went Super Saiyan 2 when he needed to, took care of Cell, and that was that. And the Buu Saga is just a, you know, whole other matter, but that's kind of the argument I'm laying down. I would not be surprised if Goku and Vegeta, they both go Ultra Instinct, defensive and attack forms respectively, to take on Jiren. They could team up and try to do it. I think Jiren's just going to handle them quite easily. I don't think he's going to have any trouble with it. A lot of people seem to think that Goku's going to need to go Ultra Instinct again to defeat Jiren, and since Goku's, you know, after he fought K-Fla, he obviously had more control of the form and was more powerful in that form. But Jiren doesn't seem like he's gonna go down that easily. I don't care if Goku gets a pretty big power increase from Ultra Instinct. I think Jiren's just gonna relax and kind of just take them both out. I don't think Jiren's gonna have a problem with Goku and Vegeta, even if they do team up and both unlock Ultra Instinct. So I wouldn't be surprised if Gohan's the one who comes in, unlocks both attack and defensive Ultra Instinct, Super Ultra Instinct, whatever you want to call that, and just kind of steals the show. I mean, how would he necessarily defeat Jiren? I don't know, but I'm not I don't think it's too far-fetched to say that he will surpass Vegeta and Goku in this arc. In upcoming arcs, will he stay ahead of them? I doubt it. I mean, we've seen what's happened in Z in the past, and I don't know. I don't see them keeping Gohan on as a main character. He just kind of comes out when he needs to, and just kind of fades back into the background after any big threats are taken care of. But that's kind of the way I see it playing out. So yeah, I just want to get my thoughts out there on that.